Now here we'll move on to Loki episode 2. I don't remember the name of this first one of the second episode. I should probably look up more stuff. But I remember the first one was named Glorious Purpose, and I didn't even bring that up. But what this second episode is mainly Loki and the TVA just kind of working together. Loki in the bureaucracy, kind of just figuring out how to catch this variant. And it brings up lots of theories for me. Again, spoilers. If you're watching this on a separate video, this is spoiling the crap out of it. One of the things we saw in the first episode that I didn't bring up in the last podcast was when Loki encounters these people, the TVA pop up, they take Loki, and then they plant this little, vial thing that starts out orange and then turns purple, and then it just expands out, but we don't really see what it does. And when Loki explains quickly what it does, and then we kind of see it here, how it essentially just eradicates everything to fix the timeline. It doesn't... what are they called? They're like reset bombs or something. But instead of maybe erasing memories or something like that, it just kills people. So all the people we saw that encountered Loki briefly in that first episode, they're dead. So now, this is what happened. I comb my hair and something happens. So all those people are dead. So, and we're also seeing the TVA acting kind of brutish. There's a sinisterness to the TVA that was less there in the first episode. We're seeing more into this organization, which is interesting. And it also makes me really begin to wonder, because lots of people were posting this in the comments, and now I'm really beginning to think the TVA are the bad guys here. Am I certain about that? Actually, after this episode, yeah, I'm kind of sure. I don't know if they're main villains of the series, but they're definitely bad news, if nothing else. One of the things they explore is what is a variant. I assume variants are kind of a rare thing. Of course, if TVA kind of covers all of time, so, all of time might have a lot of variants for them to deal with, but I assumed a variant was just like they explain in Endgame. If you get an Infinity Stone, you can make a branching timeline with that Infinity Stone. So variants are people who happen across Infinity Stones and time travel and make branching timelines with them. I thought it was just limited to that. And the sacred timeline is just people on this timeline doing their thing on the timeline. But now it's clearly established. It's clearly established that this new timeline, that the sacred timeline, everybody has a certain course they have to follow. And all a variant is someone who chooses to go on, who essentially goes free will and does something that is slightly off step, and then the TVA pops up and kills them essentially to get rid of any branch. So it has nothing to do with Infinity Stones. Infinity Stones are just little paperweights, like they said in the first episode. It's a free will thing. People have to do what they are destined to do, and if they don't do that, they're variant and they're killed. That's dark, and that's messed up. So now we've established that those are variants, and they're just people doing their thing. Now opens the door to the TVA being the villain, which I'm pretty sure they are. Now, are they the main villain? I don't know. They say that they said in the first one they're tracking down a variant Loki. And then we see this variant here, and we see it's a woman. But she kind of has a Loki mask. So it begs the question, is this Loki's daughter? Is this someone who's taking on the persona of Loki? Is this an alternate version of Loki where Loki was a woman? So from an alternate timeline, which you wouldn't think would really be possible with the TVA, but maybe it is. Maybe this is, there's lots of variables here we actually don't know yet. But it does raise a lot of questions, mainly to, who will be the main villain in this? I definitely lean towards the TVA, as I've already said, but I don't know for certain. It really could be, like, is the variant the main villain? I'm really leaning towards no. And of course, Loki himself. I mean, he could keep on doing his villainous ways. I think there's a decent chance he doesn't survive this series. And of course, will it be a permanent death? I kind of hope so. But we'll have to see.